Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Sydney. In this video, I'm going to tell you how you can make more money on Poshmark. This is a simple trick that you can use, that you can utilize, not just on Poshmark, but also in your life to make more money. And this all streams from a YouTube comment that I received on one of my videos. And this person said, my problem with Poshmark is, let's say an item is worth $150. I post it for $50, Poshmark's 20%, then offer to likers takes 10% or more, and I try to give free shipping, and then it's easier to sell at a yard sale. So how are you and other YouTubers making these amazing profits? Okay, so first of all, I want to say I get a lot of comments, and I know several other people here on YouTube who get a lot of comments who say that we make sales because we have a YouTube channel. And that is absolutely 100% not true. I had already sold thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff on eBay and Poshmark before I ever had a YouTube channel. You do not need a YouTube channel to make sales. In fact, I had to be coached and talked into making a YouTube channel, okay? Never in my wildest dreams did it ever cross my mind, oh, I can make a YouTube channel and that's gonna get me more sales. No, that was never why I created my YouTube channel. It never even crossed my mind that people would want to buy things from me because I had a YouTube channel. Like, that's not why I started the YouTube channel. I started the YouTube channel because I genuinely enjoy talking about Poshmark and teaching people and having sort of a creative outlet via YouTube. So the people who have YouTube channels, they had sales before they had YouTube channels. Okay, I had sales before I had a YouTube channel because when I first started reselling, I had no car and I had student loans to pay, and I had to figure out a way to pay them without having a car. So that is how I got started in reselling. And when I started reselling, there was no YouTube, there was no Instagram to teach me. It was 100% trial and error, thrown to the wolves, figure it out yourself. So in the long term, I understand that made me a better seller, but the reason that I had sales was never because I had a YouTube channel. So I just want to get that out there. Our YouTube channels are not to make sales. They are to help people and to teach people how to make money online. So that takes care of the first issue. So this person says they have an item that's worth $150 and they list it for $50. So that's problem number one, is you are not placing a value on your item. You are devaluing yourself and your item right up front, like right off the bat, because of the price that you put on it. Pricing your items is so important, and there's so much that goes into pricing your items. I have an entire course on pricing. I will link that down below. It is almost 12 hours of content that teaches you how to source, list, and price your items. And it all starts at the thrift store, and you need a strategy to be able to do this effectively. And it's a lot more information than I can go into in a single YouTube video. But my entire pricing course is linked down below. I'm also going to be doing a live webinar on pricing later this month, and I will link the sign up down below for that as well. So pricing is your number one priority in terms of how much money you're going to make, obviously. Poshmark takes 20%. So yes, Poshmark does take 20%, and I see this a lot too, people complaining about 20% fee. But the truth of the matter is that 20% is honestly not a lot of money considering how much you get from Poshmark. So Poshmark has completely streamlined the selling process. If you have never sold on another platform other than Poshmark, then you're probably not going to have an appreciation for this. But on eBay doesn't really do anything for you. You have to provide your own shipping label. You have to do everything. You have to pay to promote your listings. You have to handle the shipping. You have to handle the customer service. You have to handle returns. You have to handle everything. So Poshmark has made this really easy for people in the sense that they handle everything. When something sells on Poshmark, they send you a shipping label. You don't even have to generate it. It just automatically comes to your email address. If there's an issue, someone opens a case, it goes to Poshmark. So Poshmark handles this situation. You can respond to the case and defend yourself, but Poshmark is ultimately who is handling the case. So they have hired people to do this. So there is a cost involved in that. They let you sell your items on their platform. So that is automatically giving you promotion and an audience. So this 20% commission fee is honestly really reasonable, especially considering that you do not have to deal with returns. Yes, people can open cases, but you are not going to get a return unless you have done everything correctly, unless you have done something incorrectly on your end. So as long as you have done everything correctly as a seller and documented your item correctly and represented your item correctly and provided all the details that you need to provide and fulfilled that responsibility as a seller, you are not going to get a return. And that is honestly amazing, considering if you sell on eBay, what you have to deal with on eBay. So the fact that Poshmark deals with all of this and only charges 20% is actually amazing. And they also take it out of your sale. So they're not charging you to list your item at all. They're taking the 20% out of your sale. You never even see that 20%. And that is something that you need to factor in when you are pricing your item. So the fact that Poshmark is taking 20% commission off of your sale should not stress you out. That should never be a stressful factor. Having to send an offer to likers should never be a stressful factor. If you are stressing out over these discounts that you have to give or the 20% commission fee, it means that you're either paying too much for your items or you're not pricing your items high enough. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about, you know, the Poshmark commission fee. It's completely reasonable considering how much they handle on your behalf. Also, they are also remitting sales tax for you. They are reporting your sales tax to the state. That in itself is worth the 20% commission fee, because if they were not doing that, it would be a whole other world of problems for us as small sellers. Okay, so then they say I try to give free shipping. You don't have to give free shipping, okay? And this is gonna bring me into the point that I wanna make with this video. You control your business. You cannot let your customers control your business. When you are letting your customers control your business, you are losing money. So you have to take the lead and you have to get into the mindset that you are a business. You're not a charity. You are not somebody who is having a yard sale. If you are doing this as a side hustle, as a full-time job, whatever you're doing, you are a business and you have to treat it as a business. So you wouldn't just have somebody walk into Walmart and say, oh, this is priced at $10, but I only have $2, so that's what I'm gonna pay you for it. That's not how things work. So you cannot, and if Walmart started letting people do that, they would shut down. So you have to control your business and you have to really put your foot down in terms of your pricing, in terms of your offers. If somebody sends you an offer that you don't like, you either counter it or you ignore it. You can't take it personally. You can't take it as a personal insult. You just have to move on and somebody else will come along and buy it. But you can't devalue yourself and devalue your inventory because you feel like customers are only willing to pay rock bottom prices, because that's absolutely not true. So in order to make more money and to solve these issues, you really have to bring yourself out of this mindset of desperation. You have to bring yourself out of this mindset that any sale is better than no sale. Because when you are doing this as a business, that's absolutely not true. And I know that we all need to make sales and we all have bills to pay, but you can't let this mindset control you. So you really need to bring yourself to a place where you are going to be okay ignoring an offer if it's not the price that you wanted for something, or you're gonna be okay countering an offer. And you know, you're not gonna get upset to where if they don't accept your offer, your day is ruined. You cannot let these things ruin your day. You cannot let it ruin your day if somebody opens a case against you. Okay, so somebody opens a case against you, worst case scenario, you have to take the item back and you resell it. If you can't resell it, it's just a cost of doing business. I promise you, every business deals with loss. And it's a part of retail. There's nothing that anybody can do about it. You just have to move on, and you have to sell more items to compensate for that loss. You cannot take it personally if you get back a damaged item, and you can't let it ruin your day. You cannot let your entire world come crashing down if somebody opens a case against you. You can't take these things personally. You can't let it affect your business. You can't. I hear people say all the time, oh, I'm done with Poshmark. I'm done with eBay. You can't just be done if you want this to be your job. You have to get your mind into a place where it's like, if somebody opens a case against you, it's fine. The world's gonna keep turning. You're still making other sales. You're still making money. Don't let these random people who a lot of times are taking out their bad days on other people, including sellers. You can't let these people affect your business and keep you from making money. So you have to get yourself to a place where you are okay if somebody opens a case against you, or if somebody sends you a low offer. You have to understand that these are not personal things. These are not things that you have to take personally, or that you need to take personally. And you can't continue letting these types of things affect your business if you want to be successful. We get the profits that we get on items because we don't let customers bully us or force us into accepting lowball offers. We don't feel the need to accept these lowball offers because we know someone else will come along and buy the item. You have to develop this confidence that, you know, just because one person sends you a low offer doesn't mean that's the only offer that you are ever going to get. You just have to be patient. You have to be patient and realize not everything is going to sell overnight. Some things will, especially more expensive items. The more expensive an item is, the longer it is probably going to take to sell, because the more expensive it is, the more specific of a buyer it takes. So you have to be willing to be patient, and you have to have a good balance of items that are going to sell quickly and long tail, more expensive items. And you can't let these things get to you. And you also have to, the goal is to get to a place where you are making enough sales to where these things do not affect you at all. So if somebody files a case against you, okay, fine, I've got 10 other sales today. If they return this item, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because you have 10 other items that have sold that you have made profit on, and there's not even a loss at that point. So you have to get to this place in your business, especially if you are doing this as a business, to where your profits outweigh the losses tenfold at least. And you can't, you know, let yourself get into this negative place where, you know, if somebody sends you a low offer, or if somebody opens a case against you, your entire day is down the drain. You have to keep going. You have to keep working. You have to keep listing stuff. You have to keep sending out offers. You know, people ask me all the time, I send out offers, I don't get any acceptances. You have to keep sending them. You just have to keep going. You can't let that discourage you. You can't let slow sales days discourage you. You can't let people who are looking to get something for free discourage you. You just have to keep going and keep growing. The key to all of this is to continue listing things and to make more money. You have got to get to a place in your business to where you're not concerned with refunds or returns or cases or people leaving bad reviews. You have to get to that place where you have enough sales to not have to worry about that. And I know, especially if you're first starting out, like all of these things, like when you have a case opened against you, it's a really personal thing, and it's really discouraging, but you have to keep going and you have to kind of rise above that. So I just wanted to make this video to kind of help people who are in a negative place, and you have to bring yourself from the mindset of lacking to a mindset of abundance. If you have not read The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, I highly recommend it. It talks about manifesting and the power of attraction and things like that. I'll link it down below so that you can look at it, buy it. I think the special is on Netflix as well. I talk about it a lot, but that book completely changed my life when I was like 19 years old. So I hope this video helps someone, and I hope it helps you get yourself into the mindset of making more money instead of the mindset of dwelling on all of these negative things that happen. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one.